Hi Libra, it's Power and Light Tarot coming at you with the reading. Today we have an oracle reading, Libra, and I can tell you it's really interesting. I feel like it is. And this is going to be for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, right, you guys? And I hope you guys are all well, right? So I'm looking at your cards, and of course I have them here so I can, kind of analyze or assess the energies, better. I feel like you are going after something new or trying to figure out maybe how to do it right. I feel like you don't know who to trust. And I don't necessarily mean like you feel like somebody is deceptive. I feel like you don't know how to trust somebody in terms of, it could be that. But for some of you guys, it's just about, I don't know if that person can really help. Or I don't know if that person really understands my journey or the problem at hand, or it might not be a problem, but whatever you are trying to achieve here, because I believe that you are trying to achieve something here. And, this can talk about family or career. It's, that's not really clear here, right? But you might feel lonely or that, you could be married to somebody or, in any type of union, you might not be alone is what I mean. But you might feel lonely in terms of, or fearing loneliness. Well, if I do this kind of on my own, I might feel alone. Something like that, yeah. And I feel like this reading is kind of like telling you to, don't worry about that. Go on your journey. Go after what you are seeking here. And whatever this is, right now we're entering the full moon. I feel like it's tonight. Yeah, it's the blood moon eclipse. And we're entering the moon in Scorpio. And this is about it can be about secrets coming out. It can be kind of raising your vibration, right? And it can be about a time when people feel a little bit like possessive or, trying to control possibly. But Jupiter has an aspect with this full moon. And what this means is that this is a time for expansion. And I feel like there's something in you that is kind of sensing that, like to move forward. It's a time of good luck. It can be, you have to be prepared, right? So you have to know, in order to take the risk, in order to receive your reward, you have to know that you've either prepared for this, right, on some level, or you deserve it, right? The universe is kind of maybe, going to bestow this on you. I just feel like you are kind of going after something, and you're in your sanctuary here for some of you, and you are also thinking sometimes for you could be thinking, well, what if the grass is not greener? I mean, this could be about a career, right? What happens if I don't kind of get this? I feel like you are tempted to kind of move forward, and you could be dealing with a couple things in this reading. You could be dealing with a relationship and career. And this can be all about your ascension as well. I feel like there is something here that you are trying to accept while at the same time move forward in your life. Yeah. And I also feel like you have there's something here burdening you, holding you back, or maybe it's doubt, but there's something here. I feel like it has to do with a partner though. And maybe this is a boss, but it's just some type of a partner, right? It could be your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your business partner, maybe, right? And we have this, waters of life in this reading. There's a couple tarot cards here, but they are kind of very interesting, and I feel like they are more like oracle cards in a way. But long story short, they are both. We have the waters of life. This is the Ace of Cups, and it talks about kind of renewing yourself. It can talk about going through an awakening, right? And understanding here how your emotions are really guiding you in your life about the things that you want. You could be saying to yourself, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna give to this and see what I reap. I feel like a part of you is thinking that if I give, I will receive on some level. And I feel like there's something weighing you down here, and you are seeking to, you want to empower yourself for sure. We have this card of challenges as well, right? From this one deck here. I feel like you could be, and there's something else that is really resonating in your life. That's what's clear here. Like, you know something, you know that you want something, and you know something's like good for you. It could be a creative endeavor for sure. And you know that you want to reach for this. I feel like you've been kind of bogged down about this. You probably feel alone in your journey. And I feel like you are being overwhelmed as well. It's possible you're being overwhelmed by, for some, maybe too much of a good thing. It's a possibility here. On some level, too much, something that's good that is like overwhelming you. You might feel like you have too many opportunities to kind of think about at one time. It's a possibility. And but you are definitely we have this overflow card. You're being overwhelmed. Yeah, and we see, we actually see kind of a mansion here, and it just looks like the water is kind of, overwhelming this house, kind of flooding it here. But this is also plenty, right? So there's something here that is abundant, but it could be overwhelming you. Yeah, not sure what that might be. Maybe it's advice for some, but we have this injustice card, the Two of Arrows. And you guys are about justice and balance, but this talks about making a decision. Maybe somebody has been. Maybe there have been decisions made based on fear or greed or some type of worry, or I have to do this, I have to make this decision now, something like that. This talks about kind of weighing the pros and cons, but I feel like in this reading you are prepared on some level. Yeah, you're prepared to like go after something you want, but I feel like you feel like a lack of support in this reading. Yeah, there's a little bit of lack of support. And maybe this is what you are trying to accept. You could be accepting possible that, I want to move forward in my life and I can't always count on people to like support me or like be on the same page with me or maybe encourage me. Yeah, there's some type of feeling here that is alone. Like I'm on maybe it's just about one particular thing. Maybe it's about something you want or this new journey. And because you are very much empowering yourself, but you feel weighed down by some type of burden here or maybe too many responsibilities. That could be it. And you could be in this energy where you have so much responsibility that it's making you actually feel vulnerable. And you are definitely all about your strategy and your choices and ambitions. We have the tree here, right? And this talks about, it can talk about building networks sometimes. I feel like this is kind of what you're trying to do on some level. I mean, it could be just a solo journey or a solo career, but you need some type of support or network to still kind of help you launch. Or if it's not that, maybe just some encouragement, right? You could, because Libra really relies on partners. Yeah, they do. They're all about partners and marriages and things like that. Yeah, Libra. My mother told me when she was very sick, she was a Libra. She goes, I've always, lived with my family, or, which is kind of, it's a little bit heartbreaking, right? Because when her husband died, but because she relied on her husband. So Libra really looks to friendship and partnerships. They do. And there's some type of lack of a leaning in this reading. Like you feel like you're not able to it's kind of making you feel like a drifter where you just kind of have to experience things as they come. Well, I have to I'm not sure how this might be kind of. So, or it could be a little bumpy, or there's like unknown in this reading too. And with the unknown, you could be saying to yourself, well, I just have to deal with it when it comes. Like I have to be courageous, right? And I feel like you are also trying to, not only are you trying to move forward in your life with something, right? Some endeavor, creativity, job, relationship. Maybe you could even be buying a house. I mean, you're just doing something here that is kind of offering you or throwing you some type of unknown. And you are like trying to kind of maybe deal with your feelings at the same time. Like, I just feel in this reading, you're trying not to let your feelings kind of bog you down. You're trying to look at things with this air type of energy, right? Which is, your element, right? A little bit detached, but it's like it's kind of a logical, it's a really great energy in terms of part logic and part like your intuition itself. Yeah, you're using your brain, using your mind and your heart, kind of both, but you're trying not to uh, to let your emotions kind of pull you down or sway you. And I feel like that's what this injustice card talks about. It talks about somebody who might have been letting fear or greed or other people's energy kind of block your kind of energy, or maybe decisions, or to move ahead or something like that. Yeah. And we have the perfect setting. So this is a time of a perfect setting for people who have prepared. I feel like you have prepared, or the universe thinks that you deserve something. Yeah, that's what I'm getting in this reading. It's really kind of, there's challenges here, but it's really a beautiful reading in itself. Yeah, it is. It's very like, it's kind of very kindred. I feel like you are kind of trying to be kind to yourself. Yeah, it's really cute, right? You're trying to be kind to yourself as you are attempting to move forward, something that you are tempted to, something that is tempting you. And I don't know what that is. Maybe it's a union, maybe it is, career, something like that. And here is the woman, the fairy, she's painting this horizon. Yeah, or the sun, the horizon is, coming up, right? I feel like it's the sunrise horizon, but we also have sunset. She's painting one or the other, right? And the sun, I believe, is starting to come up. It could be going down, but the way it is kind of gleaming here, I feel like it is coming up. And I feel like this is, you are trying to create the perfect setting, but there's something here for somebody here, you guys, who has either prepared for this new job, prepared for kind of a union, prepared for something, and you're ready, but it's bumpy. Like it's a little bumpy for you. You're like, well, it's going to be a little challenging, the road. And here you are sitting here as the wolf here in your sanctuary, trying to figure things out for yourself, right? Maybe meditating your energy. And here he is. You could tell he's deep in thought, and he's kind of resting his chin here on his cane, or his walking cane. It's kind of a walking cane. I don't think he's old, like in terms of, but, And at the same time, Libra, I feel like what you are doing, you're feeling a little vulnerable here. You're trying to like build networks in a way. Yeah, and I'm not sure if that is network with other people, or kind of even in your own energy, like networks in terms of, well, I want to combine all the best qualities. I want to be able to use my intelligence and look at things very objectively, which is kind of a very air sign energy. It is looking at things a little detached, taking a step back, instead of using so much emotion, which you guys are good at. But at the same time, you're combining your emotions as well. Like, well, this is what my heart wants, something like that. Yeah, it's really good. It's a very kind of empowering energy. And then we have feel this moment and laugh at life. Yeah, you're trying to do that here. You're trying to laugh at life. Yeah, we have this this kind of really sweet looking Asian lady, and she's laughing there, and feel the moment. Yeah, this is really important for you to feel the moment right now, because when we are in the moment and we are learning, we're receiving, and we are not like kind of turning our head, like there's nothing that goes by us, like we didn't miss things. A lot of times you talk to people and they go, wow, I remember that time in my life where I wasn't really in the moment. Like I was so, my head was turning with 20 different things, the kids, the jobs, the this, the that I didn't really know what to do, kind of, or, but right now I feel like you are creating a lot of balance in your life. And I feel like you have been it's been a little bit of a challenge, but whatever you're doing here, Libra, is going to bring you there. Yeah. And with this full moon that is coming, I'm not sure exactly how Jupiter is kind of affecting it, because I'm not yet an astrologer. But I can say that I do know about it. Yes, I do. And I am studying it. And I know that Jupiter is the planet. It's the planet of Sagittarius, right? But it's the planet of luck. It's the wheel of fortune, luck and expansion. And right now, if you are there's a risk, right? And it's also about taking a risk with the Wheel of Fortune. It's much like the roulette wheel, right? It can talk about fate and destiny. I feel like a lot of people are going to be on their destined path, but you kind of have to be prepared, which is kind of interesting, because you might say, well, destiny is just destiny, right? But we still have to kind of be prepared, because that's what they say what success is about. Success is about when something is being offered to you, but if you haven't been brushing up your skills or studying or practicing that, or, you know, maybe even putting yourself in the right energy emotionally, right, which is empowering yourself to receive, then you won't want to take a risk, or you won't be ready to. And this full moon is about, it's going to be about taking a risk, but it's going to be about taking a risk for people who are either prepared or they feel like they deserve it. And so, which can mean a lot of things. Deserve it because you have prepared, deserve it because you have been maybe putting out good energy, right, to others and to the world. But it's a good time. I feel like it's a beautiful reading here, because you are awakening. Yeah, there's an awakening in this reading. We're going to end this reading, you guys. And thank you so much for joining me here. God bless you guys. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe.